Morning everybody, welcome to class. I've just turned on the live feed to give you a couple of minutes just to get yourselves clicked into class before I start. We're going to be working with the root chakra this morning, so I've put together just a series of classes for the next 7 weeks that are all about the Ayurvedic energetic chakra system as we know it. So there'll be little bits and pieces of information here and there about the chakra system. Obviously within our hour or so of teaching time that we've got here, I can't get a huge amount covered, and at some point I'll be looking at doing a full chakra class, so full chakra workshop rather. But I thought what we do is I just bring a little bit of shape to the sessions. We're going to work from the first chakra all the way up to the 7th over the next 7 weeks. But of course each class as it is on its own will kind of like cover the whole of the Ayurvedic system. But it's just to bring a little bit of that side of the teaching into it for everybody. So I'll just give some of you a few moments to click in and get going. I'm going to be teaching a few outdoor classes today, so I want you to keep everything crossed for the weather. It's almost like as soon as I book a class, the heavens open. But fingers crossed we'll be okay to go ahead with all of those. It might be a bit damp, so those of you that are coming along to real face-to-face classes later on, just make sure you're prepared for the weather. So morning Melissa, hi, how are you? Hope you've had a good week. So had a really nice week off, spent a bit of time in the garden, etc. So I'm just going to start, as I say, this session off working with Muladhara, with the base chakra. Just to give you a little bit of background on that, Muladhara the Root Chakra, this is our chakra of grounding. So it's where we feel really grounded. It's responsible for safety, security, survival. So it's really important that we work within that area in order to bring those grounding energies to our practice, but also into our lives. So once we feel nice and grounded, we can kind of move forward with lots of things, but we have to feel that grounding in order to have that safety and security. So it governs the lower back, it governs the bladder and the elimination areas, also the feet and the legs too. So anything to do with these areas of your body, if you find that you're getting that you're suffering a lot with lower back issues, often what that can be is an imbalance within that chakra, and working with a class that's going to focus on the lower chakra will begin to help to bring you into balance a little bit in this area. So oils that correspond with this include frankincense, patchouli, vetiver, cedarwood, all those kind of woody, heavy oils. So if any of you that like to use oils to support your practice, feel free to have a couple of drops on your pulse points or to be burning in a diffuser. Some people like to just put a couple of drops on a cotton wool pad and put it on the radiator. Lots of different ways that you can use aromatherapy oils to support your practice, but again, always follow those safety guidelines. So, if you've got any allergies to anything, you make sure you do a skin sensitivity test and all of those type of things. I've done a video on aromatherapy, which has got lots of information on, which is in the members studio. So if any of you want to access that, then please feel free to do so. So also you can use crystals that support that. Any of you that are interested in crystal therapy, it's all those darker crystals which work with our grounding energy. So darker crystals such as hematite, obsidian, smoky quartz, all of those towards things like tiger's eye, the dark brown crystals, and they will also help just to reinforce your practice, just to reinforce those grounding energies. So it's not for everybody, not everybody's into all the crystal stuff and everything, but I quite like to add that as it's another therapy that I'm quite interested in particularly alongside my Reiki work as well. So Muladhara is the name for the root chakra or the base chakra. As I said, it governs the lower half of the body, so it's the colon, the bowel, the bladder, etc., the lower back. And it's also the colour that we associate with that is the colour red or the colour brown. So again, focusing on that energy of that colour can be good and can help to give you a little bit more grounding. The element that we work with is of course earth. So we always think throughout our practice when we're doing a Muladhara practice of where the body is touching the floor. So we really focus on that connection into earth, which helps us to draw energy up from the earth, but also helps us to really feel supported and secure. So it's important to get that good earth connection. So I'm going to move over onto the mat. We're going to begin on our backs and over our blocks. And as I say, this whole session is all going to be very much a grounding practice. So I want you to keep that energy just about connecting with the ground as much as you can, but at the same time we'll have a nice stretch and we'll be really moving around. There'll be some work with the hips, a little bit of work with the shoulders. So you don't need, if you have a strap handy if you've got one, but don't worry if you haven't. If you have a strap, we might do a few band stretches towards the end as well. And again, also if you've got your block, then of course, those of you used to my classes, you can take it behind the chest as you lay down. So I'm going to move over onto the mat now. I hope you can see me right. It looks a little bit dark in here today, but I think it's where it's a little bit overcast. So fingers crossed you'll be able to see me okay. Okay, so I shall just move over. We're going to begin laying down. So take yourself down onto your mat and have your block with you. Those of you who are maybe beginning to use the block underneath your chest, if it's feeling quite easy as you lay down over it, around about here in this section is where I place mine. You can have it sideways if that feels a little bit better, but it's under the shoulders, so you get this lovely opening up through the chest. Okay, so those of you that are finding this a little bit easier, you might want to progress up to another block, either taking a second block or maybe adding a cushion to it or a rolled up towel to give you a little bit more height. And I really want you to focus on this opening here and the way that it really draws those shoulder blades apart, because this is really helpful for reversing any of this rounding that we get in the shoulders. So lovely, welcome to class. Tuesday morning, a little bit drizzly today, but fingers crossed it's going to stay dryish for the rest of the day. Okay, so let's come down onto our blocks, taking the feet nice and wide. So take those feet out towards the outer corners of your mat. And then as you lay down, just see if you can let go of any tension that might be kind of caught up in the shoulders, or tightness through the legs. Just allow those legs to flop out to either side. Really nice. Just allow everything to settle down. The feet can go, you can let go of any tension through those feet. Really nice. Maybe a little bit of movement through the legs just to soften into it. And I want you to bring the awareness to the chest now, to the heart centre for a moment, and just feel that gentle opening through the collarbones. Lovely. Notice where your body's touching the floor. So the back of the head maybe touching the floor. And you might find the bottoms touching the floor, the legs all the way down. And I want you to really feel connected into the earth. The backs of the hands are touching the floor. See if you can open your fingers up nice and wide, up towards, so that the palms are opening up as wide as they can. Really nice. See if you can touch all the fingers down to the floor, backs of the hands. Lovely. Notice the forearms as they release down onto the floor. And just begin to bring your awareness to your breath now. So start breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Nice and steady. So taking a lovely long slow breath in here. And then an even longer and slower breath out. And you can let it go through the mouth if you want to. If that feels as if that encourages this feeling of relaxation and connection with the earth. I want you to feel like you're almost sinking down into the earth. And bringing your awareness back to that colour red if you can. You might be able to see a colour red behind the eyes. Deepening the breath. And just seeing if you can let go of any tension that might have built up in your body. So tightness around the shoulders, around the back, around the legs. Just see if you can breathe it away. Inhale and exhale. Really nice. And then as you breathe in, also I want you to think about breathing in security and safety. So breathe in that feeling of confidence, feeling of being looked after, that feeling that the universe will always provide. And then as you breathe out, let go of any fear. So any fear that you might be feeling, any kind of feelings of scarcity that you might be feeling, any worry about what the future's going to bring, just try and let it go every time you breathe out. Really lovely. And just staying connected with your breathing. Just allowing those lovely waves of breath to come in and out of the body. Noticing how the body relaxes the more you breathe. And then one more breath in here, and as we exhale, very gently I want you to bring those legs a little bit closer together. We're not going to press into the heels though, we're just going to keep those legs nice and loose and bring the arms a little bit closer in and the palms face downwards now. Breathe in and breathe out. And then on your next inhale, we're going to lift the arms all the way up, a nice slow movement, taking those arms overhead and behind you. And again, any injuries or anything that you're working with, you can take the arms out to the side or even keep them down by the side of the body if that feels better for you. Just exploring what's going on through the arms and the shoulders for a moment, and allowing the backs of the hands to gently release down to the floor. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. So those of you who are maybe using frankincense oil or cedarwood or any of those grounding oils, just notice if you can smell any of that aroma. The sense that corresponds with the root chakra is that of smell. So just use this moment just to notice if you can notice any of those lovely aromas. One more breath in here, and on the exhale, very gently just drawing those arms all the way down. Nice slow movements here as we're grounding in. And then taking a breath in, bring those feet up towards the floor. And start to draw the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to gently open. Lovely. So coming into our bound angle here. Pressing the soles of the feet firmly together, creating a little bit of space through the hips. We're going to take a breath in and bring those arms overhead again if it feels good for you. So you can just allow the arms to softly come down to the floor. Breathing in and breathing out. Those of you using crystals, you might want to have one just by the side of your mat. And bring your awareness to it. And then maybe when we come to our Shavasana at the end, you may want to place it on the body, maybe on the belly, or hold it in your hand. And just notice how that feels. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely long, slow breaths. We're going to take one more deep breath in here, and on the exhale, bring the hands all the way down into your heart center. Beautiful, well done. So just notice how the body's feeling. Notice that opening into the hips and around the thighs and the groin. Breathe in and breathe out. And we're just going to spend a moment here working with our mantra or our affirmations for today. Any of you can use whatever affirmations that you work with on a regular basis, or you might want to use the affirmation that I'm going to use, which is I'm safe and supported by the earth. I am safe and supported by the earth. And one more time, I'm safe and supported by the earth. Lovely big breath in here. And then on the exhale, just releasing the arms, softly come back down by the sides of the body. Just seeing if those knees want to release down a little bit more. Remembering you can take the feet a bit further away if you want to, or you can bring them closer in to intensify the stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. We're going to take a lovely breath in here and gently begin to just draw those knees all the way back up to the center and press down with the feet and the hands into your mat. Just allow yourself to feel nice and relaxed. Just letting go. Everything softens. And the breath becomes even softer. One more breath in here, and then on the exhale, very slowly and gently, just rolling yourself over to one side. If you've got the block underneath you, just remove it and just place it to one side, nice and handy. And then just release yourself back down onto the mat. Notice if the back feels as if there's a little bit more opening there, as if maybe the shoulders are coming down a bit more towards the earth. We're going to draw your shoulder blades together and try and recreate that lift that you had with the block, just by squeezing your shoulders together. Press firmly down into your hands and feet. Really nice. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. One more breath in here. And then on the exhale, we're just going to draw the belly in and a gentle curl of the pelvis. So draw your belly button as close in towards your spine as you can until you've got a lovely flat back. And then release. Just allow a little gentle arch to appear in your lower back. Breath in. And then breathing out, draw your belly in again. Gentle pelvic curl here. And release. So we're just beginning a little bit of movement through the pelvis. And again on the exhale, draw your belly in. Inhale as you release. And one more time. Exhaling, drawing that belly in. And inhaling as you release. Beautiful. And then coming back to neutral, we're going to gently extend out with that left leg. Press into the heel, and then as you breathe in, draw the right knee in towards your chest. Take a breath in here. Exhale, pick up your forehead and bring the forehead up towards the knee. Think about your alignment here. Really think about leveling through your hips, drawing your belly in, and drawing the outside edge of that left foot up. Lovely. So really nice and balanced here. Breath in again. Exhale, release all the way down. Beautiful. And pop that foot down on the floor. We're going to slide the left leg back, and then the right one extends away. Press firmly into the heel and feel that connection into the back of your leg. Inhale as you draw the left knee in. Notice any tightness through the hips, through the thighs. Really nice. Breath in here. Exhale, draw your head all the way up. So bring forehead or nose towards the knee. Again, watch your alignment. Keep drawing that foot up of the extended leg. Nice and balanced through the hips and balanced through the shoulders. Lovely. One more breath in here. Exhale, release all the way down and pop that foot down. We're going to draw the other foot back up and then grab a hold of your block if you've got it handy and just pop it underneath your hips. Beautiful. Just release both of the legs, extend them away, gentle point through the front of the feet, And then draw your shoulder blades together. Find this lovely, almost tucking in of the shoulders underneath the body. Take a breath in here. We're going to lift up the arms. Lovely full body stretch here. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. So just notice what's going on through your body. Any tightness that you're picking up anywhere. Breathe it away. So breathe in, just drawing energy into the lungs. And then as you breathe out, see if you can lengthen the body a little bit more. So maybe lengthening the toes away, lengthening the fingers. Gorgeous. One more breath in here and exhale. Oops, excuse me. Exhale. We're going to bring the hands all the way back down and step those feet back up. I need to move that. Lovely. Gorgeous. Take a breath in here, and then on the exhale we're just going to lift ourselves all the way up from the block, remove it and release, rolling down through the spine. Take those feet a little bit wider apart. Take a breath in here. On the exhale, press down into your hands and feet and lift up into your bridge, Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Walk the shoulders underneath and clasp your hands under your back. Really feel connected into the pose. So pressing firmly down into your feet. You can keep the hands down if that feels more comfortable. And then squeeze the legs. So really squeeze the muscles of your legs. Draw your bottom up. See if you can lift those hips a little bit higher. Keep the head nice and central. Lift and lengthen through the back of the neck a little bit. See if you can draw the chest towards your chin. It's not too flattering on the double chin at the moment, but it is really good for kind of lengthening out the back of the neck there. Soften into the top of your shoulders and relax your face. Lovely. And now breathe deeply. So breathe in and breathe out. Really nice. Strong through your foundations. Breathing in and breathing out. Drawing that belly in and really pressing down firmly into the hands and into the feet. Relax those shoulders though. Try not to have too much tension around the top of the back. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. And remember, anytime you want to, you can come down and take a rest, but we're going to just challenge our strength a little bit here. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. One more deep breath in. And then on the exhale, slowly but surely just allowing that back to release all the way down. So a really nice kind of feeling of massage through the back as you lower it all the way down. And then let go at the bottom. Should feel nice. Big breath in through the nose. And let go through the mouth. Another nice deep breath in through the nose. And again, let go through the mouth. And one more time. Beautiful. Big deep breath in and let go. Really nice. And just notice how the body feels. Beautiful. We're going to gently reconnect into those hands and feet again. This time I want you to really spread the fingers as wide as you can. Spread the toes as wide as you can. See if you can increase that surface area as you're pressing down into your mat. Squeeze the muscles of the legs. We're going to take a breath in here. Begin to draw your belly in. And then lift those hips. Let them float all the way up towards the ceiling. And walk your hands underneath. Okay, so don't worry if you can't touch the back of your heels. You might be working towards that. You might be with me and just not getting there at the moment. That's okay. There's no shoulds and shouldn'ts through this practice. It's more about you trying to find your way into the poses with my guidance. And then seeing how it feels in your body. Bring those grounding energies back to the pose. Press firmly into the feet, firmly into the hands. Beautiful. Clasp the hands if it feels good for you. See if you can maybe come a fraction higher. Really nice. Breathe in. Breathe out, strengthening work through the thighs and the legs. Really engage the muscle on the inner knee. So the muscle that comes down through from the inner thigh and connects into the knee. Really concentrate on drawing that muscle in and contracting. Beautiful. One more deep breath in here. We're going to release the hands and slowly lower the back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down. See if you can touch every single vertebrae on the way down, rolling down, and let go at the bottom. Beautiful, really nice. A couple of nice cleansing breaths in and out if you feel that you need them. Just release and relax the body. We're going to draw the right knee, then the left knee in, coming into Apanasana. So draw the knees in and keep your tailbone down on the floor. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through your tailbone and lengthen through the crown of the head. So I want you to try and get as much of the spine down onto the floor as you can. Lovely. So we're not popping up with the bottom, and drawing the knees in so much. If you have to keep the knees away from the body a little bit to get the tailbone down, that's okay. You can work with the knees away. Inhale and exhale. Really nice. Lovely big breath in now. And as we exhale, just open the knees up nice and wide. Take a hold of the ankles, bring soles of the feet together. Press the elbows into your inner thighs and just allow those knees to point to either sides of the room. Lovely. Breathe in and breathe out. Really notice that slowing down and that connection into the earth with your lower back. One more breath in here, and on the exhale we're going to take those feet all the way up towards the ceiling, Ananda Balasana, happy baby. So remember, if your shoulders start to come away from the floor, you might want to hold on to the ankles or even take the hands behind the knees. That's okay. Modifications to help you achieve the pose, in a more comfortable way. We're all about looking after our bodies and finding a way to work which is going to be, really comfortable for us, rather than forcing the body into anything that it doesn't want to do. Nice. So breathing in and breathing out. Draw your belly in. Really make sure that you're connecting into the lower part of your spine. So easing down, almost bearing down into that lower back. Beautiful. Soles of the feet are up towards the ceiling, nice and parallel if they can be. But again, listen to your body, don't create pain. Take a gentle rock from side to side if that feels good. Beautiful. One more nice big breath in here, and we're going to draw those legs in and just pop them down on the floor. Final floor move before we come over. We're just going to come into a nice gentle twist. So take the arms nice and wide out to the sides, lovely T shape. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Bring those knees close together. Really squeeze the legs together. Taking a breath in here. As we exhale, we're going to take those knees all the way over to the right. Allow them to come down. And then look towards the left. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, really let go. Loosen and let go of any tightness or tension that you might be feeling. We're going to ease that left hip forwards a fraction. So make sure you've got those knees working towards each other, the ankles trying to stack. Both of your shoulders are comfortably down on the mat. Really nice. Reaching into your fingertips if that feels good for you. And then take a breath in here, and we're going to draw those knees all the way back to the center. Lovely. Realign your spine. Take a breath in here, and then exhale. We're going to lower those knees all the way down to the left and look towards the right. Nice. You can close the eyes here if that feels good. Nice connection into the whole body as you ease that right hip forwards. Really nice. Again, both shoulders down on the mat. Maybe the ear coming down towards the floor as you're glancing towards that hand, or maybe you have the eyes closed. That's okay too. Nice deep breath in here. Really notice that feeling of grounding as you sink down into the floor, into the mat. Lovely. Beautiful twist through the waist as we ease the hip away from the shoulder. Big breath in here and draw your belly in and bring those knees all the way back up to the center. Lovely. So we're just going to extend that twist a little bit for anyone who wants to create a little bit more twist into the waist and intensify the twist a little bit just by taking the feet off of the floor. So any of you who want to, you can come into the twist again, keeping the feet on the floor, or you can just pick those feet up, and we're going to lower those legs all the way over to the right side. So your knees will come up, maybe a little bit higher up. Beautiful. And then look across towards that left hand. Really nice. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. But listen to your body. If there's any pain happening, that's your body's message. Just to reverse a little bit, just to back off a little bit with that stretch. Well done, everyone. Good work. One more breath in here. And then on the exhale, one knee at a time, you can bring yourself back up to the center. Maybe just a quick realignment of your spine here before picking the feet up again if you want to, and slowly taking those knees all the way over to the other side. Maybe they come up towards the elbow a little bit more, and looking across towards that right hand this time. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Well done, everyone. Inhaling and exhaling, really connecting into our root chakra energy. So thinking about the lower back, looking after it, thinking about the legs, engaging into those muscles. Beautiful. One more breath in, and then one knee at a time, bring yourself back to the center. Great. Again, you might want to gently just realign your spine, and then we're going to draw the knees in, tailbone down on the floor, and just begin to draw some lovely big circles with those knees. So easing your way into your lower back, and just find what feels nice here. So just, you know, your circles might be littler or they might be bigger, whatever works for you. And then take it back in the other direction. Really well done, everyone. Breathing in and breathing out. So really find that lovely connection with your movement and your breath here. Gorgeous. And then allow those knees to come to stillness. Open the knees and just begin to move those knees independently. So as if you're rowing a boat. So hands onto the knees and just independent circles, finding that full range of movement through your hips. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. And then we're going to start taking it back in the other direction. So change the direction, drawing that belly in as you draw the legs back. Really nice. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. And then hugging the knees in. See if you can give yourselves a really big hug. So see if you can take the arms all the way around. Maybe hold on to the elbows. Maybe bring that nose all the way up to the knees. Little tight ball, as tight as you can. Some of us are able to hug a few more people now, which is quite nice, but if you're not, maybe you're shielding, etc., then it's a good opportunity to really give yourselves a big hug. One more breath in here, release all the way down. Gorgeous. So we're going to gently transition over onto our front by coming onto the side to begin with. Maybe take the hands just underneath the temples for a moment. We're going to breathe here 2 or 3 times. And just notice how the body feels as it's just relaxing down into the floor. Really nice. So staying with our theme of Muladhara and rooting energies. So I really want you to again to think about where the body's connecting with the earth. And just notice how that feels when you bring your energy to that connection and you really think about the support that we have. Really nice. One more breath in here, and then we're going to bring ourselves over, and I want you to all come into child pose. So take yourselves into your child pose. Some of you may like the knees to be nice and wide open. Some of you may prefer to keep the knees closed. It's all down to your own preference. I quite like to take those knees a little bit wider to begin with. And then slide the hands all the way down. Of course, any of you, if you notice you get any cramping sensations in the feet, you can always take a little stretch into the underside of the toes if that feels good for you. Lovely. And then sink yourselves down. Breathe in and breathe out. Really nice. Breathing in and breathing out. And just seeing if you can lower the body down to the ground a little bit more. Pressing the fingers and the knuckles into the floor. Really feeling nice and connected here. And then we're going to take a breath in here and very gently begin to lift the bottom and slide the hands forwards towards the corners of your mat. And then allow your chest and your armpits to come down towards the floor. Beautiful. You can bring the forehead down to the floor. And keep pressing the front of your feet really nice and firmly down into your mat. Breathe in and breathe out. So melting heart or puppy dog pose. Just try to get that lovely gentle curve through the waist as you press back with the hips and draw the belly in. Really nice. Well done, everyone. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in here. Gently pick up the head. Maybe walk the hands back a fraction if you need to. And we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left. And allow that right shoulder and right ear to come down towards the mat. Breathe deeply in and draw your belly in. And breathe out. See if you can balance your hips and press the front of your feet down. Inhaling and exhaling as you open between the shoulder blades. Really nice. One more breath in. We're going to withdraw that hand and then come on to the other side. So left arm reaches all the way underneath. Left shoulder, left ear comes down to the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Really nice. Just really enjoy the stretch. Enjoy that feeling of that opening into the back of the body here. But really keep connecting into your belly as you draw the belly in and draw those hips back. Beautiful. One more breath in here, and we're going to come all the way back and bring yourself softly up to your hands and knees this time. So we're going to draw a lovely figure of 8 with the nose. So I want you to imagine or visualize a laser almost coming out of the nose down into your mat. Make sure that you're nice and lined up with your hands and knees, and then we're going to begin to draw our figure of 8 with the nose and just allow the body to follow. So come all the way back down, take the seat all the way back to the heels, and then draw the other side of your figure of 8. Really nice. And then just keep doing that. We're going to do 3 of these. Lovely. So allow the body to move in a way that it needs to as you draw your figure of 8. And one more. Really nice. Really noticing how it feels as you move around the mat. And then we're going to take it back in the other direction. So again, nice big figure of 8 with the nose. and just notice how the body moves around with it. Lovely. And again, a nice figure of 8 here. And just take your focus to that figure of 8 as you're drawing it on the mat. And one more time, lovely. All the way around and back up to your hands and knees again. So gently pressing down into your knuckles and pressing into the front of your feet. Breath in here. We're going to take the hips out towards the right side and look round towards your right hip. Lovely. Come back to the centre. Breath in. Exhale, take the hip over to the left and then look over the arm. Just see if you can see the edge of your hip there. And back to the centre. We're going to gently lower the belly, look up through the eyebrows and exhale into your cat. Nice and slowly. Inhaling into cow pose. Find a lovely gentle movement through your lower back. And exhale into your cat. Draw that belly in. Press firmly into your foundations. And then inhale again. Really find that lovely strength through the collarbones and the shoulders. And exhale. Beautiful. Take those knees nice and wide apart now and sit back into your child pose. Relax forehead to the floor. Breathe deeply into the lungs. And as you breathe out, soften everything down. Really nice. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. One more breath in here. And exhale, we're going to come all the way back up to our hands and knees. Gently tuck under with your toes. Some of you might want to take your socks off if you've got slippier mats. And we're going to come up into our downward facing dog. So find that full connection into your fingers first. Draw your belly in, pick up the knees. And then we're going to just maybe move the legs a little bit. Just pedal those feet a fraction. Just to get a little bit of movement here before coming to stillness. Just keep drawing your hips up and back. Maybe bend the knees if that feels better for you. Lengthen through the spine and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe in and breathe out. Just allowing the heels to gently sink down. They don't have to come to the floor, so just allow them to sink down as low as they can. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. One more breath in. I'm going to gently begin to walk the hands up towards the front of your mat. And then take a nice gentle fold forwards, maybe holding on to the elbows. Inhaling and exhaling. Crown of the head is pointing down towards the earth. Release the belly down. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to nice and gently begin to make our way up. So take the hands onto the thighs and then bring yourself all the way up to standing. Well done. Come to the centre of the mat for a moment. Really nice. So I want you to find your mountain pose. So begin by pressing the soles of the feet down into your mat. Really find that lovely connection into the earth. Okay. So we're going to squeeze the muscles of the legs, almost imagining you've got a block in between, or even if you want to, you can take your block and pop it in between your legs. And then squeeze nice and firmly. Feel that squeeze into the buttocks and notice a lengthening in your lower back. Beautiful. Open through your collarbones, lifting the chest, and the crown of the head is lifted, but we're almost drawing these shoulders downwards. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. Just close the eyes for a moment and notice if you feel really connected and kind of, you know, as if you're really rooting down into the earth. Maybe you might want to visualize tree roots actually growing out of out of the soles of your feet, and that will help you to feel even more connected with the earth. Again, bringing that awareness to Muladhara, to the lower half of the body. So the area where we work also with one of the yogi locks known as Muladhara, where we draw the belly in, squeeze up into the pelvic floor and really connect firmly into that lower part of the energetic system. So located at the base of the spine. Muladhara is where we notice all that safety and security in our lives. Beautiful. So take a breath in here. You can release and let go of your block if you've got a block between the knees. Inhale, take the arms up nice and high. Bring the palms of the hands together as we exhale. Take a nice gentle stretch over towards one side. Really nice. Breath in all the way back up to the center, and then exhaling, we go over to the other side. Maybe press out with that hip a little bit. Try and stay firmly and evenly connected into your feet. Breath in, back up to the center. Let's do that again. So over onto the other side. Nice, pressing into the hip. Firmly connected and evenly balanced through both feet. Back up to the center. Lovely. Over to the other side. Beautiful. All the way up. And release. The arms are going to come down. Nice. So just turn to the side. I'm going to step forwards with that right foot and just take your left foot behind just a fraction. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a really wide stance. You can be wider if you prefer. So straightening the legs at the moment, just draw those hips forwards. Really nice. The foot at the back is around about 45 degrees. The foot at the front, you may want to wiggle it across out towards the right side a little bit more so you feel a bit more balanced. Think about drawing your belly in, lowering the tailbone. Gorgeous. Nice big breath in. We're going to take the arms up high. Beautiful. Look up between the palms of the hands, and then the next time we exhale, take a nice gentle bend through that right knee. Lovely. Still want to be able to see the toes if you can. Draw the belly in nice and strong in our warrior one. Breath in and breath out. Feel that grounding energy through the feet. Nice and strong through the whole body. One more breath in here. Exhale, release. The hands are going to come down and take them behind you. You can clasp one of your wrists. Lovely. Draw your shoulder blades together and open through the collarbones. We're going to inhale and straighten that front leg. Exhale, draw your belly in here and begin to bow down. So coming down into pyramid pose. So just take it to where feels good for you. There should be no pulling in the back. You should be feeling a lovely stretch through the back of this front leg. Really nice. Those of you with a little bit more through the hips, more flexibility, you might find that the nose can come down to the knee. It's not for me today. Breathe in and breathe out. Really nice. One more breath in, and we're going to bring ourselves all the way back up and just turn towards the front of the mat. Sorry, sideways on the mat. Lovely. Legs nice and wide apart. We're going to turn the toes out to the corners of the mat. Take a lovely big breath in, arms come high, palms together down to the heart center, and bend your knees. Come into a nice gentle goddess pose. So find that connection into the feet. The knees start to work their way back a little bit. Take it as low as feels good for you, but no strain on the knee. Just make sure you're looking after those knees. Pressing the palms of the hands firmly together. Press deeply down into the mat, spreading the toes, finding that lovely connection. Beautiful. One more nice breath in here. Exhale, straightening the legs, take the hands to the hips and begin to draw those toes inwards and come forwards into a wide-legged forward fold. So if you've got your block there, you might want to use that. You can heel toe the feet out a little bit more and release the head down. So once your head is released down, listen to your breathing. Palms of the hands can be on your block. Or if this doesn't feel good, you can keep the hands on the knees or maybe have a gentle bend in your knee. Whatever works for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. One more breath in here. We're going to heel toe those feet back in a little bit more. Take your hands to your hips and bring yourself all the way back up. Beautiful. We're going to turn towards the left now. So turn that other foot towards the left, the other one follows. Beautiful. See if you can bring those hips forwards. Might mean a little bit of adjustment for the feet. Lovely. Take a breath in, arms are going to come all the way up. Look up between the hands. And on the exhale, nice gentle bend in that front knee. But I want you to really think about strength through this back leg. So really squeeze the back leg. Beautiful. Draw your belly in a little bit. Really nice. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through the body. I want you to really think about lifting the sides of the body up. Lifting up and out of your hips. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Firmly pressing down into those feet. Keep breathing. Notice how it's feeling with the arms. One more lovely deep breath in and exhale. We're going to straighten the leg, bring the arms all the way down and take those hands behind. Maybe clasp the other wrist this time. Straighten the leg and then take a breath in. Draw your belly in. Make sure those hips feel nice and square. And then on the exhale, we're going to just bow down. Find that lovely stretch in the back of the front leg. Keep drawing your belly in and balancing your hips. Really nice, beautiful. Shoulders are drawing together at the back. Maybe take the gaze to your big toe. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. One more nice big breath in here and we slowly come all the way back up and bring yourself back to the front again. Nice big breath in. Palms come up, toes point out towards the corners of your mat. And then on the exhale, coming down into Goddess again. Breathe in and breathe out. You can be nice and high up here with me, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can come a little bit lower down. As you come lower down though, really think about drawing the belly in, trying to stay nice and upright through the torso. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Palms of the hands firmly pressing together. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in here, and as we exhale, straightening those legs, turning the toes forwards, release the hands, and we're going to come down into that wide-legged forward fold again. Beautiful. So just let go of the torso, maybe taking those feet a little bit wider out again, if that feels good for you. Try not to fall over. Lovely. So once it feels good, release that head, really allow yourself to just let go. Breathe in, keep drawing your belly in as well, nice and strong through the belly and nice and firm through those feet. So really pressing down into the mat with your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. One more breath in here, and we're going to just start to heel toe those feet back in a little bit. Take the hands onto the waist. Beautiful. And bring yourself all the way back up. Nice. Heel toe the feet, step them back in again. Beautiful. One more pose before we come down. So arms come up nice and high. Bring those legs close together. Gorgeous. Really pressing down into the feet. Take a breath in here. We're going to begin to bend the knees and just come into a nice gentle chair pose, but real focus on your connection into the earth. Arms are strong up and around the ears. Any issues with your shoulders, you might want to bring the hands down to the heart center, to Anjali Mudra. Breathe in and breathe out. Really nice. Squeeze the muscles of the legs, squeeze the bottom. Good work for the legs here. One more breath in and exhale, reach up and let go back into your mountain pose. Close the eyes for a moment and just notice the effect of the poses on the body. You just allow everything to soften down a little bit. Let go of your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Really nice. You can keep those eyes closed for a bit longer if you want to, just enjoying how the body feels. That slight quietening down of the mind that happens. Beautiful. One more breath in here and we're going to gently bring ourselves back down onto the mat. Lovely. So we're going to come down onto our backs again. So for those of you who have your blankets and things, have them close by, or anything that you want to put on, because we'll be moving into our Shavasana in a few moments after we've just done a couple more stretches. Lovely. So release yourself all the way down onto the floor again. Really lovely. So again, just spend a moment here just noticing where the body's touching the floor. Maybe the soles of the feet. Open the toes and spread them nice and wide. Open the palms of the hands and spread your fingers. And notice where the arms are touching the floor. Notice the sacrum. Lovely. And take a breath in here. And then exhale as you just let go. Softening the body down into the floor. Beautiful. So we're going to take away that left leg away again. So pressing into the heel. This time what we're going to do is take the right foot on top of that left thigh and then bring your left arm around the knee. Right arm comes out to the side. So really focus on your alignment. Shoulders nice and lined up, hips nice and lined up. Breath in here, draw your belly in. Start to really connect that belly button all the way back towards the spine. And then as you breathe out, draw the knee all the way across the body to where it feels comfortable. So some of you may find about here is okay. You might not want to come too far over if you have any lower back stuff going on. Some of you may be able to get that knee all the way over to the floor. And then we're going to look towards the right hand. Beautiful. So the knee's going towards the left and we're looking towards the right. Nice and strong through your left leg. Nice strong work here just to really increase that space between the armpit here and the hip here. We're looking to make space here. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, see if you can soften everything down a little bit. Gorgeous. One more breath in. And on the exhale, we're coming all the way out, drawing that knee up and then allowing it to come all the way over and pressing the sole of that right foot firmly into your left thigh. Hands are going to come over into our supine tree pose. So laying down tree pose, nice and strong, nice and balanced through the hips. Breathe in and breathe out, finding length through the body and strength in the legs. Beautiful. One more breath in. Exhale, draw the arms all the way down and bring that knee back up. We're going to hug the knee in. Gorgeous. And then release that knee. Allow it to go all the way out. Next time we breathe in, just draw that left leg up and then pop the foot on top of the thigh. Remember to really press firmly into that heel of the extended leg. And we're going to bring this time the right arm all the way around to the outside edge and the left arm just reaches away out to the side. Keep that shoulder anchored down into the mat. Breath in, draw the belly in. Breath out, bring that knee all the way across just to where it feels good for you. So that might be only an inch or so, or it might be all the way down to the floor, or it might be somewhere in between. Lovely. And then we're going to turn the head and look towards that left hand. Beautiful. So a nice oppositional stretch in the neck. We're looking towards the left, and this time the knee is coming towards the right. Seeing if we can just ease our way into it a little bit more. Breathing in and breathing out. Really nice, lovely work this morning, everyone. Grounding energy. So beginning with our journey in through the chakras, this class has been all about grounding energy, finding that connection. And by the end of the 7 sessions, we'll have worked quite deeply with every chakra, with every energetic system. So in our next session, which is on Thursday morning, we'll be looking at the sacral chakra, known as Svadhisthana. That will be the next area, a little bit more fluidity in that. Nice, breathe in and breathe out. Lovely, bring that knee all the way back up to the centre and press the foot into the inner thigh, coming into that lovely grounding tree pose. So arms up if it feels good for you. Feel grounded in your tree pose, really rooted into it. Inhale and exhale. Notice that lovely opening into the inner thigh on the left side. And also notice a lengthening through the body. Gorgeous. One more breath in here. Exhale, bring the hands all the way down. Gorgeous. And then draw that knee in, hug it in nice and tightly. Really nice. I'm going to bring both knees in. Again, take a little gentle roll through the lower back. Both directions if you can. And then pop the feet down again and very gently come back into our Supta Baddha Konasana, or bound angle. So soles of the feet together. Draw those shoulder blades together. Lovely, lovely kind of flatness, feeling of flatness through the front of the belly here. And the more we press the feet together, the more we create a little bit of space through the hips. So you can kind of play around with that pressure a little bit. Really nice. Maybe easing the thighs down a bit more towards the floor. Lovely. And then just taking the hands to the belly, both hands to the lower belly. I want you to just focus on your breathing for a moment. As you breathe in, visualizing a colour red entering in to the body, breathing it all the way down into the base chakra. So allowing that area to be just bathed in that colour. We're going to be working with a colour red meditation in a moment. But just allowing everything to soften as we begin to move into our relaxation space. So whenever you feel ready, finding a bit of extra clothing or a blanket if you need to. Some of you might want to pop on your eye pillows, etc. You might want to refresh your aromatherapy oil if you're using it. So if you're using frankincense or patchouli or anything like that, another couple of drops, and that will just refresh the scent. Lovely. I'm going to come a little bit closer so I'm not quite so far away for reading. Gorgeous. So, okay, so first of all I want you to come down to the floor and just be as comfortable as you can be. So laying down, if you need to, you can bring those knees together if you want to, and bend the knees, or it might be more comfortable for you to be laying on your side, and if that's the case then go with that. Some of you may even prefer to be seated, and that's all right too. You can be seated if you want to. So we're going to look at a visualization of the colour red. So think about what red it is that appeals to you. Maybe it's a kind of a dark burgundy red, or it might be a really vibrant red. Maybe the red like you get in a poppy or a rose. Whatever it is, try to fix on what's your favourite colour at the moment, favourite colour red. It represents life, strength and vitality, the colour red, and it rises from the centre through all of the chakras and spins the wheels of energy. And when working with the energy centres, we do have to be aware of our intent. Red is a powerful stimulant, and this base chakra connection helps us to come back into connection with our roots into the earth. And that helps us to draw energy from the earth. So for those of us that are maybe feeling tired, or maybe, have got a lot going on in our lives, working with this energy can be really helpful in improving our general life force, our general what we call prana in yoga. So we also often think of, blood when we think of blood red. And so again, working with this connection, it's not surprising really that we think of that colour. It's the circulating around the spine. It's our connection with oxygen, our connection with the movement of life force energy. So a great colour to work with if we're feeling depleted or anemic or iron deficient, etc. Red is also a lovely warm colour. So for those of us that are feeling a bit chilly, I know it's not freezing cold, but after having that lovely warm weather, it feels a bit colder. Then it can also make us feel quite warm and cosy and empowered and secure. So just take a moment to soften down your breathing and allow that breathing to be as relaxed as it can be. Allow the breathing to just softly flow in and out through the nostrils. And allow the body to just bit by bit relax. Let it go, let it just soften down. Maybe starting at the feet if that feels good for you. Just let go and allow the feet to flop out. Maybe releasing any tension through the lower legs and the back of the knees. And maybe the thighs and the buttocks. Just allow it all to soften down. Lovely. And then just let go of the back. So the lower back, the middle of the back, the upper back. And allow the arms and the hands to feel nice and heavy. Really nice. And then allow some softness to come into your head. So let go of any tightness around the muscles, around the temple, the back of the head, the top of the head. Really nice. Breathing in and breathing out. And so just allowing that body to feel as though it's sinking into the mat. Find a gentle lightness in the face, smoothing through the front of the forehead, allowing the eyes to just sit comfortably in their sockets. And noticing that lovely breath, gentle flowing in and flowing out. Allow the body to just be. Find peace and stillness. And then allow the breath to flow. And take the attention to the base of the spine and feel in this area a warmth, a heat that starts to move around the lower back. Feel the heat and the slow pulsing of energy as the colour red begins to take form. Allow the colour to deepen and change into a brilliant red, the colour of poppies. Visualise this crimson flower. Delicate petals, the shimmer, the red glow. And feel the energy generating, feel the vibration of the prana in your body. And just be aware of any sensations or any shifting in energy. And now we're going to imagine a field of crimson poppies. Imagine that you're walking through the field. And feel the vitality, the energy, the uplift, the joy. And just stay for a while in this field of crimson poppies and enjoy. You're now beginning to feel this warmth spreading around the whole of the body, so moving and filling the entire body. And take the attention back to the base of the spine. And just become aware of a slowing down. Think of the spinning wheels losing speed. Slowing down, coming back into its centre. Settling down to a slow pulsating, a gradual letting go. And consciously, just allow the chakra to return to a natural state of stillness and well-being. And just be aware of the belly and allow your breath to normalise. And just bringing the body back to the here and now. Take the time to readjust and take notice of how your body feels. I'm just going to spend a few moments in silence, just allowing your body to rest and imprint all of the work that we've done today. And just know that you're in a safe and secure space. And that you can just lay here and breathe and relax for the next few moments. Some of you may want to continue relaxing here, and if you want to stay down, you're very welcome to. Okay, so we're going to gently begin to deepen our breathing, unless you want to stay in your relaxed position. So just drawing the breath in and just noticing how the body feels. And then we're just going to begin to wake up the body gently by moving the fingers and the toes, just a gentle wriggling of the fingers, wriggling of the toes. Really nice. And then allow those movements to become a little bit bigger. And breathing in and breathing out. Really nice. Lovely. And then if you've got the eyes closed still, you might want to bring palms of the hands together, create a little bit of friction and heat through the hands. And then if you've got eye pillows, you can remove them and take the hands over the eyes, just bathing the eyes in darkness for a while. Really lovely. Breathe in and breathe out. And then gently spreading the fingers as you open the eyes, just allowing that light to gently come in. Beautiful. Take a breath in, take a lovely reach overhead, a nice stretch through the whole body. Notice how that feels. Really nice. And then if you want to, draw the knees in and make whatever movements work for you, just to bring yourself back into this moment here and now. Lovely. When you feel ready, just bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Maybe in cross legs if that feels good for you, but you can also just have the legs out in front of you, or maybe you're on the sofa, so you might want to just come to seated. Nice. Lovely. Okay, so take a breath in. We're going to lift nice and tall through the crown of the head, just extending up through the spine. Just for a moment, bringing the hands to the lower belly and noticing that breathing in and breathing out. Really nice. Beautiful. Release the hands. I'm going to take a breath in here, lift the arms all the way up. Palms come together and then draw your hands down to your heart centre. Really lovely. Take a moment here, just revisiting any mantra or sankalpa, or any goals or ambitions that you might have. So, or it might be that you just want to work with your mantra. Maybe I feel safe and supported by the earth. I feel safe and supported by the earth. And then one more breath in here. And we're going to gently take the hands to the forehead and think kind and loving thoughts about ourselves and about others. We're going to bring it to the lips and speak with kindness and the truth. And then take it to your heart and have a kind, open and loving heart. Namaste, everybody. So thank you so much. So those of you who were with me this morning, thank you so much for joining me. Some of you I'll be seeing a little bit later on. I'm doing some live outdoor classes today in groups of 6, including me, throughout the day. Some of you may be looking back at the video now because you might not have watched it and you might be just catching up on it another time. So just to let you know, this is the first in a series of 7 classes. The second class, which is going to be on Thursday in this series, is going to be about Svadhisthana, which is the sacral chakra. So I'll be putting information up about that beforehand. So, but by the end of the 7 sessions, we will have done a class which focuses on each area. So thanks, Melissa. I shall see you a bit later. Thanks, Tracy. Lovely to be practicing with all of you again this morning after my week off, where I did lots of lovely gardening and pots, and then there was some rain. But yes, have a really lovely rest of the day, and I'll be back with you on Thursday morning. Okay, take care and have a great day. Lots of love. Bye-bye.